stage with
Oliver.
for the Bean and Sync 366 video series. Today we're going to be talking about analysis paralysis, and I thought this would be a good topic that we could both share a different perspective on. And Oliver finds this as an issue with many of his clients, and it certainly happens with people all the time. So, analysis paralysis is essentially when you get stuck in your head and have a difficult time moving forward with making a decision about pretty much anything. It could be a big decision, a big financial decision, or it could be something as simple as should I do this or that? Should I go to the gym? Should I work out at home? Should I even work out at all? I mean, people just really get into a paralysis about a lot of things. So I thought we'd give a couple of different techniques that Oliver might recommend and then what I recommend. So, Oliver, why don't you go first?
All right. So, some of my clients have this. Not all of them. I'd say probably less than 20% of them. But still, when they do get into that analysis paralysis thing, it can really hold them back for sometimes a few weeks, a few months, even a few years. I've had some clients come back to me 2, 3, 5 years later and say, I really wish I would have done X, Y, and Z that we talked about back then. So one of these things one of the tactics and strategies I try to employ for folks that tell me in that moment that they are in that analysis paralysis mentality and mode is to be really simple and create a list, just a pros and cons list, and see where the pain points are when it comes to what what would happen if I didn't take action. Um, and if I were out of, it's no longer stuck in that paralysis mode, like what would be the benefit towards me not being in this, and just create that list of, it's almost like pros and cons or benefits and maybe pains, and see what that looks like, and just mark off, just one list, one line down the list, and then just mark off 2 different columns and write it out and see what that looks like. And then from that point, sometimes they get a visual that they can actually see, oh, this actually makes a lot more sense if I just take that first step. So just taking that first step afterwards would be my number 2, which is taking the first step. So just taking the first step to move forward is really the next big thing, because so many people, unfortunately, they're so fearful that they're going to get it wrong, they're not going to do it right. But with my clients, I tell them, I'm here to guide you along that whole process. I'll hold your hand from step A to Z for it. And that really helps provide them with more of that safety blanket to help them do so.
So, Oliver does real estate investments with clients. Mm-hmm. So, what I would say is that is a good pros and cons, and you said pains and
it's like pain points and benefits too.
And benefits to a decision. The physical act of writing something down is always very helpful. My techniques of getting out of analysis paralysis are a little bit different, because from my perspective, the issue is not the decision. The issue is getting caught in the loops of the mind. So oftentimes, if you could do something physical, like work out to where your cardiovascular is getting ramped up, so you're actually getting out of your mind and you're into your body, your heart rate's going. And then after your workout, whatever it is that you do to exercise, see what kind of clarity you have about the decision that you're looking to make from that standpoint. When you're in your body, in your heart, and you're not looping in your mind, you're just like present with your breath. Like, okay, from this state of being, what decision do I want to make? And why do I want to make that decision from this state? Don't go into what you used to think. I think that's where people get stuck, is that when you are in paralysis, you're going straight back into your mind. When you're in your physical body and your heart's beating and you've just finished a workout and you sense yourself, it's a different state of being. That state of being is far more productive than the thinking and over processing and rethinking and that type of strategy. So getting into your body. I think the other thing with analysis paralysis is just knowing that you're in that. Do you have an awareness that you're in that? Is that a pattern that you're familiar with? And if so, what purpose does that serve you? Is it a fear of taking a risk? Is it a fear of failure? Like, what is the fear that is causing the paralysis? That awareness will help you to process it differently in your thinking.
Yeah, the identification of it, just to realize that you're in it. Because sometimes when you're in it, you don't know you're in
Oftentimes,
it.
and from a real estate investment perspective, or from investing perspective, that could be detrimental because you miss out on the deals, because real estate moves super quick, and a lot of people who, I know when I first bought a property, I couldn't believe how fast the property sold. So it is a fast moving industry, and if you're not used to it, that paralysis will really stifle your ability to expand your portfolio if that's what you're looking to do, which we're not promoting that, but we're just talking about examples. And oftentimes people are looking for answers to uncertainty. And that space of uncertainty is what's creating a lot of the paralysis. But that uncertainty will shift when you begin to take actions outside of the mind, meaning from within the physical body, whether it's writing things down or exercising. The physical act was really helpful. Anything else you would like to say?
I don't think so. Just remember, take that first step.
Cheers to being in sync. I'm Kiana Sage. I guide people to peace. This is Oliver Fu, and he guides people to financial investments. Have a great day. Bye.